Yeah, you ever looked into vaping?
No, not really, no.
Me either. All I see is the jokes, and I just like, no, I'm not.
My mum and her stepfather this Christmas quit smoking for good. First time for both of them in almost 30 years, and they vape now. And I've been offered a couple of times, but I've never really wanted to.
I never understood, like, is there tobacco or something like that?
No,
or?
it's just a method of delivering nicotine that feels a lot like smoking, but it's vapor.
So you still have nicotine in there.
Yeah, you're still addicted to nicotine, but not the bad.
But there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder.
Well, you get healthy though. It's no longer filling your lungs with
crap. Until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy.
Oh.
Don't go looking for any more fights. Keep strain off your heart.
Sorry, who is this?
I missed
I was talking about vaping and I missed
You got high just talking about vaping. Snow, are you okay? I don't know. That just is weird. Randomly. Snow, notice me. Notice me, senpai.
I like it. Let's play the badass wolf that's inconsiderate and stuff. I have to find Crane. One track mine. Let's kill the bastard.
How's everyone else? Yeah, there it is. How's everyone else? Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's everyone else? They all make it?
They're fine.
Okay, good.
I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. They're Titans, Bigby. They'll be fine. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
Oh, it echoes.
I'll try.
I'll try.
Too bad.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
It's not like we're gonna have a choice, chicken or beef.
Business office. I know, I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
So, if you pause now, some people were saying in the comments that they were a bit miffed as to why. You see in the top right, it says New Book of Fables entry unlocked. Apparently, every time that happens, there's something we can read, just like Max's journal and stuff from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
But that we can access right here, right now. Are we just choosing not to do that? I didn't realize that we could do that all the time.
So we just stop in the middle of a cutscene? No. No. What the hell?
So, to recap.
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
And once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently. But I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, we got any other leads we can follow up on? Because he is getting away with every second. What does it matter if eventually we can see him if he's a mile away at that point? Why do I feel like he might be going to the farm or whatever? I feel like the story's eventually got to take us there, surely?
Yeah, I would love to see how it looks like.
Yeah. And that pig from the start as well. I'd like to see him again, say hi. Catch up a bit.
Colin.
There's
no
other
Colin,
leads. This is it. Just wait for the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him, I get it, but do you really think he killed those women?
It is funny how it's making us question it now, right?
Yeah.
I just wish I could remember that picture better.
What? The picture of what?
Of Crane with Lily.
I mean, there was no blood in the picture, if that's what you're thinking of.
I'm not sure anymore. So my answer would be why. God's honest truth, I'm not sure anymore.
It's incomprehensible to me.
I'm as confused as you are, to be honest. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
He was a conniver, a coward, a liar. And I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering prostitutes?
Ow!
Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. I just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks for tonight, by the way.
Hmm?
That could have gone really terribly. I mean,
There we
even
go.
worse than it did. I'm glad you were there.
Yeah, baby, we did it. We were nice, we were tender, we were sweet. We let her finish Holly's talking. We didn't show her the picture exactly.
Yeah.
She could have had a breakdown, but us, the big good wolf, we got your back, Snow.
I feel
Just
bad
change
for
the
Holly.
subject. I don't want to talk about you, Snow. I feel bad for Holly.
I
Get
just
away
feel
from me.
bad for Holly, really.
Yeah. Time heals everything eventually.
Yeah.
At least, I hope so, for her sake. Can I,
Oh.
ask you a question?
Yes.
It's kind of personal.
Ooh.
And I don't want
Hello?
to offend you.
Oh,
After
Hello.
hello.
How are you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're singing the other guy.
Either Lionel Richie or
Adele.
Adele.
I've been
Whichever
listening
one
to a
you
little bit of Adele lately, so let's keep this professional. Sure.
want. No, come on, let's not be that
Let's
crazy.
keep this professional,
Let's say-
dude. I'm thinking let's keep this professional.
it's on my mind.
Sure.
It's just
He sounded too
when
eager with
stuff
that.
hits the fan, like it did tonight. It feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just,
Wow! What? Get out my face!
I want to say why, but the reason
I'm
why I want to say
offended.
why is because he obviously forces it down. He makes sure that he's not in like full wolf form.
Well,
at
look,
least
this
when
is
we've been had control. Well, we
Yeah.
had control of him. Yeah.
So look, we get to choose it. Like, we can roleplay as the guy that likes it. So what if I do? Or we can be like, no. Or we can ask why. Let's ask why she's asking, I guess.
Why bring this up? Yeah. All right.
I kind of do like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the weeks where we play the badass. That's just like getting in people's faces.
stop pretending.
Why even bring this up?
I guess it.
Why do I listen to you? Why do I listen
Come on,
to
it's
you?
good. It's good. It's good. This is the way we're playing it. All right. All right. Big B the boss.
Guys? We have a problem.
What is it?
I can't
One
finish
of
the
the
mirror.
pieces is missing.
It's missing a piece.
We said sure, and then we say why bring this. We said sure, and it no.
Look, that's on her.
What
To be
do
honest,
you
pause it for a
mean,
second.
missing
That's on her, right? That's on her. Okay. We just asked. Why are you asking this? I mean, if she's a nice, reasonable, normal human being, she can understand why we'd be a bit offended and a bit curious about why she'd ask that. If she takes that in the way that she
Dude.
did, that's on her, man. That's not us. We were perfectly nice.
Dude, you're not gonna be married talking like that.
That's on her. I'll be married to someone
You're gonna
worth
be
my
married.
while.
You're gonna marry to a doll. You're gonna be married to a doll that doesn't speak, or a dog. Dogs are good. They listen to you. You just give them
Wow.
treats every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Always excited when you come home, wagging their tail, waiting for you.
Yeah, and
Even
they
if
just
it's
listen to your problems regardless, and always have the same opinion every single time.
even if you're drunk, 3 a.m.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. They're
No,
there to lick your
I do-
toes. Right.
You think her response is totally reasonable there?
No, I just think that You know,
we did was ask why. She ended the conversation. She walked off. She gave us the cold shoulder. She got offended by it. She didn't have to. We just asked, why are you bringing this up? And she took that as us being evasive or whatever. Wait, I was happy to keep talking to her about it.
She might have thought it was a touchy subject. So she said, okay, he doesn't like this. Because maybe he doesn't like this side of himself or something like that.
Well, I'm an open book, man. Snow, just open your mouth. Jesus, don't walk off. Again, I think that's on her. I'm not upset. Not interested in her anymore. There you go. All right, what's going on here? Look, now let's shout at Bumpkin. Let's shout at Bumpkin now. Let's be a twat. We're all upset. We're like offset because that conversation with Snow didn't go too well.
And then I turn into a wolf and eat Bumpkin.
So he's... Oh, wow.
Sure it's not here? No, that's... Are you sure, Bumpkin? Crane must have taken it, I
think is the great answer, there.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Well, the mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We
Oh,
sit
it's
around
Buffkin.
and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
No. We can't depend
on the mirror.
Sorry, what are they saying, that the mirror would repair itself in long enough time or something?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I'll
what's the
find
hard way,
Crane
then?
myself. What? That's random. Okay. How long?
I think it's sort of being protective of her because,
What's the
she was
hard
kind
way?
of being targeted. Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
What exactly is the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything. He had
Real
to have left
detective work, you mean?
something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know
Never
that.
mind that. Come help me look.
I love what Buffkin just did. They're completely out of place, like contrarian at a time where you shouldn't be. Just throw in the little Smark Alec comment wherever you like.
All right. Here we go.
We book a fable in it, are we? We have not looked at this for ages. First, look at Snow, because I want to see whether it's Snow White and Rose Red or what. May seem cold, but this stems from her mistreatment and abuse back in the homelands. After escaping assault and imprisonment, not to mention an attempt on her life, she married Prince Charming. It wasn't long before Snow discovered that Charming cheated on her with her estranged sister, Rose Red, and she divorced him. Dude, that's brutal. After the Exodus, Snow focused her attention on setting up a safe haven for fables in the New World. She now serves as assistant to the deputy mayor of Fabletown. Wow.
Dang.
That's some serious stuff. Faith, otherwise known as Donkey Skin Girl, made it through the Exodus from the magical homelands with the clothes on her back, her husband, and nothing else. She was once a beautiful princess, happily married to Prince Lawrence of a neighboring kingdom. Her life should have had a happy ending. You got to scroll down? But the mundane city of New York wasn't kind to her or her marriage. With no money, Faith found herself turning tricks to make her rent for the cheap apartment on the outskirts of Fabletown. She had a difficult life, but she did what she could to survive in an unfamiliar world. Beauty is described as the caring wife. Colin's better known as one of the little three pigs. Back in the homelands, they were harassed by the big bad wolf who blew down Colin's house of straw. After the Exodus, Colin and the other fables who couldn't pass for human were sent to live at the farm in an upstate New York. Unable to stand such a boring life, Colin constantly makes trips down to Fabletown to bother Bigby. He is always caught and sent back to the farm, but he doesn't let that stop him. Oh, here we go. Ichabod Crane. Yeah, this one will be good. Hailing from the haunted town of Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane has been the deputy mayor of Fabletown for nearly 115 years. See, 115 years just to change now?
Yeah.
Crane is a bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously, though that doesn't mean he always does it well. As one of Fabletown's elite, Crane is often blind to the troubles of well-off citizens. Overall, Crane is authoritarian, cowardly, and always hiding something. So you see where it talks about him being like really skittish and scared and bundle of nerves, right? Maybe he's not bad and the reason he's running is just because he's scared and nervous and stuff, rather than anything else.
Yeah.
They might tie that together. Buffkin is the talking winged monkey from the land of Oz. Now, as Fabletown's librarian, he spends his time reading and stealing the deputy mayor's booze. He's prone to mischief, so when something goes wrong, he assumes he'll receive the lion's share of the blame. He's helpful when he wants to be, but... scroll... most of the time, he'd rather be drinking. Someone who would have fired him a long time ago. Someone would have fired him a long time ago, but he's the only one who can make sense of the filing system. The farm. Mondays, short for mundane. Monday is a catch-all term that fables used to refer to the non-magical inhabitants of their adopted home. Warding spells placed around the blocks of Fabletown and the farm keep their minds distracted and dull within certain boundaries. However, if anything should pique the curiosity or scrutiny of a large group of Mondays, these magical protection charms would overload and fail. As Sheriff of Fabletown, one of Bigby's primary functions is ensuring the Fabletown community maintains a low profile. Ooh, that's an interesting thing they could play with. Prince Lawrence, after escaping the homelands, Prince Lawrence and his wife, Faith, immediately fell victim to the harsh realities of the mundane world. They moved to New York, hoping to find aid in a community of fellow fables, but without enough money to live in Fabletown, they had to settle on an apartment on the outskirts of the neighborhood. Unfortunately, that meant they were out of sight and out of mind when it came to the government. Keep going down. Assistance. Their prospects dwindling, Faith left Lawrence to try and make it on her own. Now, without his wife as support, Lawrence struggles to motivate himself and quickly sinks into a depression. And now he's dead. Oh, the Tweedles. The Tweedle brothers, Dum and Dee, are thugs for hire. They appear human, allowing them to carry out their contracts in the Mundy world without drawing suspicion. They are as inseparable as they are ruthless. They don't appear very human. Jesus, they're...
Yeah.
scary looking guys. Holly is a no-nonsense kind of troll and the owner of the Trip Trap bar. She's glamoured to appear human, but her patrons know better. Holly takes good care of her regulars, often the downtrodden fables with little to spare, but she has no patience for the Fabletown government that has done nothing to locate her missing sister. Grendel I'm interested in. Grendel just wants to be left alone. In the old days, he terrorized Norsemead halls, but lately he can be found occupying a stall in various quiet, dumpy bars around New York. He hates the noise of the city, but must work there to afford his glamour. Despite his gruff bearing, he's fiercely loyal to those who've learned to offer him the space and silence he desires. Talking to him is like watching a time bomb tick down. It's only a matter of time. I kind of like him. In the days leading up to the Exodus, the Big Bad Wolf hunted armies of men and goblins in the Black Forest. These invading forces had driven off the great beast's preferred quarry, and their own flesh was rotten with corruption. Hardly a suitable replacement. He made it his game to destroy their camps, devour their night watchmen, and disrupt their supply chains while sparing their prisoners. One day, he broke their ranks and discovered a particular woman they held captive. Her skin was white as snow, but her hair was dark as the night sky. He approached her, and she, knowing no sword could match the giant wolf's power, bravely placed her shackles in the beast's mouth. He freed her, but years would pass before the two would meet again in the Mundy world. Bigby's mercy. Ichabod's denial. During his days in Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane fell in love with a wealthy young woman named Katrina Van Tressel. She was beautiful and very rich, but that meant she also caught the attention of another suitor, Abraham Brom Van Brunt. As Ichabod's rival, Brom would plan nasty pranks in order to humiliate the often superstitious schoolteacher. Despite Brom's plots to win Katrina over, Ichabod believed he would be chosen as her favourite. After a party at her father's home, Ichabod proposed to Katrina and was very quickly rejected. He immediately rode off in shame and was never seen in Sleepy Hollow again. According to Crane, he was chased out of town by the Headless Horseman, but in reality, it was probably just another one of Brom's pranks.
Oh my gosh, stop skipping 2.
They've talked about this a lot. The 13th floor of the Woodland Building is home to a group of witches and wizards tasked with the protection of Fabletown. They use their powers to keep the community hidden from prying Mundy eyes, but all magic has its limits, and every spell has its costs.
Ooh. They talk about it in Once Upon a Time a lot, too.
The magic mirror speaks mostly in rhyme and demands others do the same. He also requires the name of whatever object or person you wish to find. If you follow these rules, the mirror will show you a glimpse of whatever you want to see, but nothing more. The Witching Well. The Witching Well is located in a chamber inside the Woodland Building where it is used to dispose of things meant never to be seen again. Dead fables are committed to its depths, as are the most unredeemable criminals. No one is entirely sure what lies at the bottom of the well, nor indeed if it has a bottom at all, but it is widely assumed to be the passageway to the final resting place. That's a cool concept, dude. I really like that. How magical and scary and mysterious does that seem? That is badass.
Jump down.
Jack Horner. Jack is always up to something, but he's not nearly as smart as he thinks he is. His plans to get rich quick often backfire, but his confidence never wavers. He thinks he's the most important person in Fabletown, but everyone knows him as a mostly harmless smartass. Lily and her sister Holly grew up in the homelands together, but had a falling out shortly after moving to the mundane world. Aimless and increasingly destitute, Lily turned to prostitution, and now she's the second victim in an ongoing murder investigation. Troll Cross, what is this? A Troll Cross is an amulet made of iron that was foolishly thought to protect the wearer from trolls. Lily acquired hers while wandering through the wilderness searching for something to eat. She came across a human, but before she could devour him, he held the Troll Cross out and shouted, "Back, back, you troll!" After enjoying her tasty snack, Lily plucked the cross from the dead man's hands. After the Exodus, she wore the Troll Cross constantly as a reminder of better days. Georgie Porgy. Georgie runs the Puddin' and Pie, a strip club that also caters to the unmentionable desires of Fabletown's citizens. He has tried just about everything there is to try in pursuit of worldly pleasures, but none of it satisfies him for long. He does seem to enjoy pushing people's buttons. He takes pride in his nightclub and doesn't react well to anyone meddling in his affairs. That's a really good description of what we saw with him as well. Clever Hans. Clever Hans always does exactly as he's told. However, he often misunderstands his instructions and ends up hurting himself or behaving oddly, as in the case of his noted fable where he threw sheep's eyes at his wife. I've never heard that fairy tale. Unsurprisingly, she left him, and now Hans works as a bouncer at Georgie's club. He hopes to dance on stage one day, but for now, he's content to sweeping up and making sure the crowd doesn't get out of hand. Yeah, so he is just sort of a janitor. Nerissa, the Little Mermaid. Nerissa's story never had a happy ending. She's known as Little Mermaid, the young girl who gave up her tail for a pair of legs in the hopes of winning the heart of a handsome prince. When he married a princess instead, Nerissa was left heartbroken. She made the journey to the mundane world hoping for a better life, and now she dances at the Puddin' and Pie, but each step she takes feels like walking on shards of glass. She has very little left, but finds some comfort in the company of her fellow dancers. Do you think that's literal? Like the spell to get her legs or whatever? It makes it feel like she's walking on glass.
Yeah, maybe.
Troll funeral rites, the long absence. The gaze of Great Mother Death is always upon us. Beneath her affectionate eye we fight our battles. We nurse our wounds. We shout our victories. We endure our sorrows. And when we fall, she is there. Her embrace is the silence of the mountain, the heavy peace of the stone. Approximately translated. A troll funeral is a sacred ritual passed down by oral traditions from troll mother to son. It begins at sunset with the creation of the cairn, a small pile of stones to represent the many generations of trolls that have travelled and died before them, the foundation upon which the living stand. Weapons are divided among the trolls' closest comrades. The body and the rest of their possessions are burned, and though each viewer must speak to the life of the lost, the eulogy's candor would make a Mundy blush. Okay. So they're like really blunt about whether this troll was a douche or whatever. Vivian. Much of Vivian's past is unknown since she prefers not to talk about her life back in the homelands. She wanted to start fresh in Fabletown, but she finds herself working for Georgie at the Pudding and Pie. It's not a terrible life. Georgie took a liking to Vivian, so he doesn't make her take jobs at the open arms. Instead, she plays hostess and helps Georgie ensure complete customer satisfaction. Huh. She's curious then. And Dr. Swinehart. This is the guy we just met, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Swinehart is the resident Fabletown physician, so skilled in the art of instrumental surgery that he can safely operate on himself. He served as an army medic for many years, sometimes using his talents to impress the locals. He currently runs the special research section of the Knights of Malta Hospital, so named to discourage people from investigating what are actually reserved Fable's focused health facility. Wow, okay.
Woo, we're all caught up.
Damn, dude. I love the little, like, almost 8-bitty images that they've got here. Hey, and that's over half of the book done there as well. All right, 1 second, Matt. 1 second. I really need to pee, so I'll be back in just one moment.
All right. So, we can talk to Bumpkin. That music, though.
Hi, Mr.
Yeah.
Buffkin. I can still help you catch Crane, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I saw him jump on the telephone before he left. Well, he called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow glamours from.
Why didn't you stop him? It's not your fault. See anything
He
else?
could fly in his face and like scratch his eyes out.
See anything else? Sound good? I guess
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one of
let's
those
do
things where you just pick whatever.
You didn't see anything else, did you?
No, not especially.
Oh, we just get all of them. Let's do it then.
Why didn't you try and stop him?
What do you want me to do? Yank on his hair? I'm only 3 feet tall. There are limits here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad he did it in a way that's just like, hey, whatever.
Look,
Yeah.
the whole mirror thing, it's not your fault, all right?
You mean it?
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can do anything about this.
You do that.
He did a good job patching it back up as well, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if that hurts the mirror. That lamp, man, it's been so prominent every time. All right, so we want to go over to his desk, I guess, and get some.
And he used
juicy deets.
he used the lamp to break the mirror too.
Oh, is that what they said? Really?
No,
Oh.
that's what he did. In the thing, he like used the lamp to he grabbed it off and broke the mirror.
Wow.
It's really. I was like, oh, there's no genie in there. Come on. Oh! We're just gonna walk all the way around.
Is this auto walking? Oh my god.
She
Right.
looks at us.
What is it?
It's the key to his room at the open arms.
You still haven't told me what was in there. I
Don't.
want to know.
X seems a little.
B, I kind of like.
Yeah. Straight
Blood
to
and
the point.
flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of blood and flowers.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head. Interactions with him when he'd catch me in the elevator or bump into me outside. There's only so much you can repress, you know?
You know, I went down a rabbit hole in my head there for a second. Like, he never actually, like, he had these feelings, but he didn't bring them to her. I mean, what he did was really creepy and weird, to be honest.
Please don't tell me you're going down this. Oh, let's sympathize with Crane and his dark fantasies. Please tell me we're not doing this right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's. Yeah. Okay. I realize I'm from a different world where I don't stay in my room and get sticky all night, but you know,
Wow.
it's a little creepy. Okay, so
I didn't say it wasn't creepy. My point is that he's like this weird, old, nervous, panicky old man that has these feelings for Snow White. And instead of being my only point is, instead of being like some crazy, horrible pervert that's constantly pinching her ass and making horrible advances towards her, he tried to find another outlet for it. If that's all it was, but then there's all the murder stuff, and obviously you can't justify it at all.
all right,
really
so
on that.
X or B?
I don't know. B, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll just keep pushing it on.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Come on, let's keep looking.
Wow. Amazing.
Are there any updates to, what does that say, on the extra funding I requested? As I explained in my last letter, the conditions here could do with some improvement. I'm seeing some unrest from the residents, and I have to admit I can see why. The farm should not be a punishment. I'm sure you're busy, but I think this should be made a priority. Best, Waylon Smith. So this is the guy from the farm asking for extra help for everyone there? Dear Mr. Crane, I'm writing to ask again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioner in our unit. It's burning up in the apartment, and Pinocchio says his skin is splintering. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something gross, and I'd really like it if you could fix the air like we asked you to 3 months ago. At the very least, provide us a fan in the meantime. Sincerely, Boy Blue. And then the other letter. Mr. Crane, you said you'd pay to have the plaster redone in my building after the last incident in 204. It's feeling off the fucking walls. It's falling off the fucking walls. Please fix it. I can't rent out that room as it is, and I've already been waiting for days. Not to mention you already promised that you'd send someone to fix the big crack in the glass in the front door. Well, guess what? It's worse now. Get your shit together, Mr. Toad. Oh, I should have read that as Mr. Toad's voice.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Only when Cole was around.
Wow. Alright, I guess that's... Oh, no. We didn't look inside the thing, though.
We could have opened the drawer, yeah. It didn't have the option there.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, if I didn't know that from before, I would have totally missed that.
Yeah. Oh, what is this?
She's small.
There's a page here that was torn out.
Oh, yeah? Buffkin, do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical item not retained in the armory is assigned to someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Wait, what witch?
Buffkin overheard Crane set up a meeting with a witch.
Well, yes, it sounded like the one he got his, glamours from. It must be about this ring.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry. He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
What's going on? Is the mirror fixed yet?
Bluebeard, this isn't the time.